Hey, it's Talia
and Karen here. We're two best friends telling our story without unnecessary entertainment. Just the straight truth.
No smoke, just mirrors. We talk reflection, relationships, and the rigor of knowing your truest self. Welcome back, besties. I'm Talia.
I'm Karen.
And we want to welcome back to No Smoke,
Just Mirrors.
Oh, God.
We're back.
Episode 4.
I'm excited.
2. I hope you guys make sure over the summer that you follow us on Instagram, Apple Podcast, Spotify, YouTube, and trust me, there's many more coming. So stay tuned. But thanks for being here today. Karen, how are you?
I'm doing good.
How do you feel?
I just got over some sickness because, like, in between seasons, apparently is when people get sick. But I'm fine. I'm fine now. If I sound nasally, it is what it is.
It's a bug.
Literally. No, I'm doing good. I had a great summer, relaxing, but also busy and whatever, adulting. That is what it is.
Isn't that something we're all forced to do? Mm-hmm. Adulting. Mm-hmm. But yes. But the good thing is that, yes, we did take a quick break, zen our mind, meditate, and just pretty much get in the groove. And taking some time. I guess we're just being very European and just taking all of August off. But as well as September.
It's been a couple of months of, looking back. Yeah, regroup. Inspo, we're back at it. We're excited to be here with everyone. And honestly, it feels, I'm nervous. Are you nervous? I'm nervous.
I'm okay.
I'm nervous.
Kind of, but not really.
Like, it's not new, but it's new today.
Yes.
Like the lights, having the lights up and production team behind this camera.
Full effect.
Right? Like a full circle moment. I'm nervous. Anyway. You're right. It's been such a nice time to take a break. I think we did a lot at the very beginning, and so we're so grateful to everyone who's followed us thus far. But we had some time to just enjoy playa, sol,
arena.
Arena. Very summer vibes. Maybe let me ask you, what was your vibe this summer?
My vibe was very Roman.
Yes.
Was in Europe for a while, in Italy, so it was really nice to just do it like the Romans do.
I would say be a Roman.
Be a Roman. I mean, sure, it wasn't built in a day, and I get it, because there's a lot of steps. But the heat was unbearable, but I was happy with the 10 at the end. So
Yeah.
That was nice.
Yeah.
But overall, yes, it was good. Some time to just, like, unwind.
Yeah.
Enjoy a summer day and just... It was much needed. You're right.
You did a lot of traveling, though.
I did.
You started traveling, I think, since before the summer started. You started traveling in May, specifically.
Yes. Yeah.
And then ended somehow, I mean, obviously would come back here and there, but ended somehow in August. I didn't do much except one main travel. But maybe out of all your travel, I know, we'll talk about that in a little bit. But what's like your favorite memory of the summer?
My favorite memory, I hate to say it, but food. The food was so good. And I just to have that cup of coffee with a nice croissant and just having so much pasta and not getting bloated and throwing yourself like roly-poly-oly down the block. Like, no joke. Honestly, it was just, we're doing something wrong, America.
God-given.
We're doing something wrong. But overall, it's just been nice and just low-key. And just, I wanted to enjoy my time. And just to come back, not only myself, but for you as well. And just come back with better topics and refresh.
Come back for me.
That too. But also just, like come back and just be...
Revived.
There you go.
Revived.
There you go.
That's it. Brand new.
Brand new. And sometimes you just need some time because life gets hectic. And we, obviously this is not our only job, but we have a life. We have other jobs as well and other commitments. And, sometimes it can get a little bit overwhelming. But that's the thing. The good thing is that you can take your own breather. just to make sure you good.
Yeah.
And now we're great. So here we are.
We're back. I actually had a super busy summer with work, but Pablo and I, I guess Pablo and I, who else would it be? Pablo and I made our first year anniversary. Married 1 year. Holy shit. It's been 1 year. I had a moment where I didn't understand that 1 year had passed.
I can't believe a year had passed.
It seems a little weird. And then I'm like, wait, it's been a year. This day we left to Cabo. This day we actually got married. This day we hung out with our friends. This day we did this activity. Like, it was a full remembrance of events. But we actually ended up taking a trip over to the Caribbean. So we took a trip to Jamaica. It was amazing. Shout out to all adult inclusive resorts, because that is where it's at for us. We loved it. The food was great. The beach, the water, the sand, etc.
And also what? Child free?
Go to Jamaica. Yeah, no kids for now, but we'll see. But yeah, that was the bit for us. We had a really good time off. Short but sweet, very eventful.
That's
I mean,
great.
it was their first time in the Caribbean too, so that was pretty fun. Yeah.
Something to scratch off your little
I know.
bucket list.
And I remember I was telling you that I wanted to, so done.
Perfect.
I can go back, but at least I did it once. And we had a fabulous time. So that was really good. Yeah.
That's all that matters. You got something to celebrate.
It was nice because we had a busy summer, went away, and then came back to a busy time with work again. Like, it was just right in the short break, take some time, and then come back. So it was good. But yeah, we did a lot of beach tan. Even here, we went to the beach this summer a lot more than we normally would. So we enjoyed that. We bought ourselves our own beach chairs, our own cooler for the first time.
Oh, no.
When you first buy shit, you're just like, that's it, I'm motivated.
Yes, I'm excited to use.
That's it. I'm going to use it. It's going to live in my car. I didn't take out the beach chairs the whole summer, even though I went like 3 times. But then I'm like, yeah, I'm going to the beach every time. Fuck it. It was ready whenever I was going. When I went, it's a different story. But yeah, the vibe was great. Very low key, summer girl.
Oh, that's the best.
Living life kind of vibe.
That's the vibe. And I hope you guys also had a great summer and also took time for yourself and give yourself that grace, because we all need to give ourselves that grace. Give
us some comments as to what you did this summer, best sort of time, best memory. Share it with us, because we want to actually know. We're also real chismosas, so
Oh my God, yeah.
I really want to know what you guys have been up to. On that note, we really wanted to come back to the pod with just a refreshed kind of vibe, a refreshed outlook on life. We discussed so much so far, but the nuts and bolts of this is that we are as nosy as it gets, right? Like, if there's some chisme out there, we have to know it. The topic of the day is how to win the game of chisme. Now, if you know us and if you know your bestie, we're all chismoso. Like, in one way or another, I feel like everybody's chisme.
I don't even believe when somebody's saying I'm not.
Yeah, no, you're lying.
Yeah, lies. No.
What do you think when you hear the word chisme? Like, what are some immediate reactions that come to mind?
Instant gratification. Isn't that crazy? I'm like, what?
Instant satisfaction?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. It's the need to know.
I perk up.
Do you really?
I do. I've noticed. I'm just like, what?
What happened? You know what gets me, at least for me, is when you get that text, bro. Yeah. Or, yo, I gotta tell you.
Or just a cheese emoji.
The cheese emoji gets me.
All the time.
I'm just like, I stop whatever. I've literally been in work meetings and I'm like, what happened? I just immediately type what happened.
I just put my mic on mute in the meeting.
Yeah, exactly. Call right away.
Yes.
Yeah. Speakerphone, because it needs to be loud and proud.
No, because then it will wander in my mind. What could it be? What could it be? And then I just go to the worst case scenario. And I'm like, it can't be that bad. What is it?
I love chisme. If someone tells me that they don't like chisme, they're a liar.
But I just think it's daily news.
Yeah. It's like your BuzzFeed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Breaking news every time I see one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at that.
It keeps life spinning.
The other part of it is, and I feel like when you get news, bad or good, because there's good and bad chisme, right? Bad or good, it doesn't matter. It's like a nice interruption of your day. It's like a real quick focus somewhere else, and then you go back to business.
Yes.
You may
the distraction.
You may lend on the chisme though for like a bit. Like I've gone down a rabbit hole of one or two chismes, and then I'm just there for like an hour talking to my mom about the same shit.
My
like,
God,
or like, oh, can you fucking believe?
same.
And what did she say? And what did he say? What did they do? What did she show you? Let me see the evidence. Send it to me.
The receipts.
Yeah, and then I want her to send me evidence. You know what I mean? Like, I want to create screenshots, notifications, anything you got. I want to see it. Like,
isn't that crazy?
Like, I don't believe you almost, so I want to see it for my own eyes.
But that just makes us a PI.
Yeah.
I need to know if it's true.
Yeah. Also, women are cray, but
we are cray, but shit, do we find out information if it's true or not?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they don't call us the best FBI for nothing.
That's true.
I mean, come on.
But like in this whole game situation, right? Because I feel like everybody gets so wrapped up on what do you know? How much do you know? Do you know what I know? You know what I'm saying? Like it becomes a whirlwind of guesses and like straight up bad assumptions of news, you know? Like if you find out something happened to someone that you know, you're like, oh, no, you don't fucking say, go for her. Or if something goes bad, you're like, damn, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
But she deserved it. Right? Like it's one or the other. But then like there's a judgment that happens in the process, right? Because then you're just like, well, if I was that person, I would do X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
Right? And like I'm not a teacher, you're not a teacher.
Right.
So like, you know, you get quick to judge of this whole thing.
Or my favorite is, in my opinion.
Yeah, exactly. The worst. Why do you think it is that way though?
I don't know.
What about that instant satisfaction do you feel that is like it wraps you up? I
mean, maybe not for everyone, but I feel like when I hear it, I'm like, oh God, I don't have to worry about my life. Let me see about somebody else's life.
This is not a me issue. It's
not a you issue. And like now it's like, oh my God, thank God I don't have to think about me for a minute. That's hard. But I'm like, okay, give me something else that I don't have to, like, I think it's a good distraction. I gotta say for me. Like, I'm like, oh, I like to be distracted because my own life is already hectic. Seeing somebody else's, not the word shambles, but like if I see that they're going through something and unfortunately it's been told by a round of folks and it just happens to land on my lap, I'm not going to ignore it. Yeah. I'm going to, oh, interesting.
And so before we even get into more discussion, maybe let me just ask this. Do you like being the first to know? Does it piss you off that you're not the first to know?
I start seeing the pecking order in a way.
Okay.
Do I want to be the first to know? I think I'm more like, can I be the third?
Yeah.
I sure don't want to be the last to know.
Yeah.
But I'd rather be...
Well, you mean if it involves you? If it doesn't involve me, I could give two shits. I just want to know.
Yes.
If it involves me...
I better be the first to know.
I better be the first.
Agreed.
I mean, but that's just like standard. Who wants any gossip about themselves being tossed around?
Right.
Yeah.
It's just interesting. But I don't understand why it's so satisfying, though. I mean...
Do you have a preference for who tells you? Like, is it the storytelling that gets you wrapped up? You know what I mean?
That's a good one. Like, who tells me?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I'd rather hear from somebody I like. Does that make...
Do you have a person that you love hearing gossip from?
Oh.
Like, is it the way that they tell you? Or is it that the kind of details? Yo, her hair was like this.
You,
I'm surprised.
My mom.
Your mom is a really good...
She's a good one.
Love you. Wherever we are. But, yeah.
Yeah.
Your mom is a good storyteller.
She is a good storyteller.
In general.
And she knows how to, like, can you... Espérate.
Yeah.
Like she does.
She takes her moment.
She takes her time.
And she accentuates feelings when needed.
And it just builds you up.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like a climax.
Like she almost wants you to relive what she just lived.
And she likes, and especially when like I'm giving the chisme, she wants me to act it out. Which is like annoying, but like when I tell her, can you believe how she pushed me? And she's like, I need to see it. Show me how she pushed you. Like stuff like that. Like I have to do like a whole visual.
She literally just pushed me.
I really because that's how she wants to hear her chisme.
Yeah.
As opposed to me, like I don't mind if I see a reenactment.
Yeah. I don't need that.
I don't need that.
Yeah.
But some people need that.
Yeah.
She's like, how did she say it though? I need to see the face. Like so I was like, okay. Because at the same time, which I understand, because some body language and the way people deliver things, it could be different. Mm-hmm. You know?
I see. I don't know if I have someone who I like hearing chisme from. I just like hearing it from anyone. What I do like is, obviously, I mean, you and I we both talk to our moms way more than we should lead on. That's they're like number one by default. Yeah. But there are some good storytellers. Like my brother is a good storyteller. One of my brothers will give you every hair and every square of how this person did X, Y, and Z. He's going to reenact. He reenacts, like he role plays absolutely everyone in the story. She did this. Remember the one time where he's like, something jumped out of the oven?
I know which way you're talking about.
So there's people who are good storytellers. Shout out to you if you're a good storyteller. If you're not, it's okay. It's okay. It's not meant for everyone. Some people are just better storytellers. And I think my brother actually has this gift because he does a lot of nonverbal cues and he's known for that. So it's a running joke at this point, but he's a great storyteller. I want to say I'm also a good storyteller. But
you're pretty good.
Yeah, that's about it.
I think I'm all right.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. I feel like your mom is definitely top tier. Yeah. Like if your mom on the storytelling shelf, she's top.
She's really good.
Unmatched.
And I like hearing stuff from her. I literally just grab popcorn.
You really?
I'm just like, I'm ready for this. Let me get my coffee.
I see.
Like it's just satisfying. Mm-hmm. But isn't it crazy? But even with some
satisfaction.
That. What are some pet peeves that you have from even just getting chisme?
I hate when I don't get the full story.
Like they purposely take out
maybe not
parts?
Purposely, or maybe they're just like, oh, I forgot to tell you this also happened, but like a day later. Oh, negative. And I'm like, I'm already too invested. I don't want to remember. I'm like, when did this happen? How? Right? Like you can't just
from beginning to end.
Yeah, you need to give me the full story, one bit, so that way I don't have any other questions. I hate having questions. Oh, like yes. I just want to indulge, you know? I want to just be there with you.
Just take it.
Yeah. Okay. Pause.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's like my one pet peeve. The other pet peeve I'd say is when someone doesn't know enough. That shit gets me.
Oh, okay.
When they're just like, yo, I don't really know though. Then why did you say anything?
You're right.
Why did you say anything? I fucking hate that.
You're not giving me the full story. Bye.
So a lack of detail or just like straight forgetfulness, I'm not with it.
I love that.
Because I know I give you full detail.
You do.
I give you, and then she said, and I quote, blah, blah.
You do say the quote.
I literally say the word quote. I have great memory.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I have great memory. Especially work chisme. Out of this fucking world. Love work chisme.
I just love chisme.
Yeah. But those I'd say are my top two. What about yours?
I gotta say one of my major pet peeves in receiving chisme would be them telling me to guess a chisme.
Oh, that shit.
That's like, no, but guess though. No. It's Tom, Dick, or Harry. Which one is it? She's like, No gas, just gusto. It's like one of those major things that bothered me because I'm like,
I'm
I
about to
didn't
put
know it
my
was a
boxing
game
gloves
show
on. Yeah. This is in Jeopardy.
or Wheel of Fortune. Like, I'm not here for it. Like, just either if you're gonna give me a Chisme, deliver it nicely.
Yeah.
So I feel like people making me guess.
It's too much work.
It is on my end when
Right.
you came to me with it.
Right. If you're going to come
How
to me
rude.
here at my cube, at home, if you're
Hover
going to.
over.
Yeah. Like, you came here. I didn't go to your cube. I didn't go to your workstation. I didn't call you.
Didn't find you.
No.
Nope. Didn't text you.
No. I'm a great listener. And if you're disposing that that's my job, why are you making me do extra work? You know what I mean? Like, for what?
No, that's like one of the things. I'm just like, you know what? Now I'm not interested. I don't care who's pregnant. Like, at that point. But
I'm done with you.
yeah, I'm done. I'm over it. Don't bye. So it's like one of those things that like
Just hang up.
Yeah.
Sorry, got caught off.
Meeting.
No, literally, I mean, my mom is gonna hate that I say this, but I'm just like, shit, mom, so and so is calling me. I gotta go. And she's like, all right, bye. Because she thinks it's literally
Hold
a
the
work
phone
call.
because wait, because you do that to me too, though. Like,
No, most often it's real. Most often it's real, but
you're right. Until I hear the boop, boop
yeah.
in the background, then I know you're not lying. Huh.
Most often it is real. 95%.
95. That 5%,
You'll never know.
though.
You'll never know.
All right. Well, you know what? I won't know.
You know what's my other pet peeve? When people like make the story too long.
Oh, like too much info?
No, it's just
unnecessary.
it's just saying the same thing over and over and over again without me wanting you to.
That's hilarious.
You know what I mean? Like, but I just can't believe it though. Like, why would she or he say this? Okay.
Yeah, can't believe it either. Keep going.
Yeah, like, what else?
Where is the meat?
I can't.
People are just funny.
It's not my thing.
I gotta say, but like you said before, not everyone is a storyteller.
Yeah.
Some just are good listeners and some are good tellers.
Mm-hmm.
The good thing is that we have both those gifts. Does it make you happy? And like on a general note, like just receiving cheese.
I like cheese because my life is so routine that I like getting Chisme.
Yeah. I feel the same.
I don't know if it makes me happy. Am I satisfied? Yes. I don't know if that makes me happy.
That's a good point, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it's
like
just
it doesn't
good.
bring any worth into my life. I'm nosy.
Right. It's like me grabbing ice cream from the freezer and enjoying it for that moment.
Mm-hmm.
And once it's done, it's done.
You toss the cart.
Right.
You toss the carton out to the garbage.
Recycle. Oh my God. I can't. But honestly, quick question though. And then we get some flack.
Mm-hmm.
Who does better Chisme, men or women?
Oh my God. I don't know.
No.
I've had good people that I've had men that are good storytellers. I've had women that are good storytellers. I want to say men are really straight to the point. Yo, this guy said da da da, or this happened with this girl. So it's like direct cheese, like quick. They want to know.
Yeah.
They want to go straight to the point. They don't give a shit about what their facial expressions were. They don't give a fuck. And I like that. I also like when certain women tell me stories. I'd say I'd prefer men. Men are good storytellers. They're straight to the point. No shit's given.
It's not. There's no going around the bush or nothing. It's just direct.
Yeah.
But I always feel like men are better too.
Do you really?
I do, because I feel like they are more chismosos than women.
Oh, they'll hit you with like 10 gossips.
Yes.
At once.
With a straight face.
But it's just like short clips, you know? They do a lot of like shorts. Whereas
I like her.
Women
Got her pregnant. Like stuff
Yo,
like that.
I was just thinking. Yo, I got this bitch pregnant.
Can't
We've only been
believe.
dating for 2 months. Fuck.
Damn.
She didn't want to take Plan B.
That's not on me. Like, you know what I mean? Like stuff like that. Like you just gotta sit there and just
Yeah.
wow, watching art.
Yeah.
The way they just say things.
Yeah, you know. But like, I like when guys gossip with guys, and then I'm
Yes.
just like eavesdropping.
Oh my
Is
God,
that
yes. I'm sure you do that with P all the time.
P's friends gossip 1,000%. Yo, this guy hooked up with that girl. I caught them the other day. Whatever. But they'll just gossip a bunch. But I like when men gossip with their crew, and then I'm just there.
I'm just a fly on
By
the wall.
default. I'm there because I'm Pablo's wife.
Right.
You know, and I'm just like, why though? That's fucked up. Like, so then I'll hit my 2 cents in, but I'll never like stop to say my opinion. I'll just do like a quick comment and then be out, and then I'm just continuing to
That's
listen.
safe though. Yeah,
It's a safe space.
I like that.
Yeah.
I'm always just like, what else? Because they're hilarious. I find them funny.
I hear that. But you know what? The other part of me also likes when Chisme is like the juiciest. Like, you're just so, there's something about you hearing gossip that is just like, tell me. Like, tell me everything you know. And
Please.
I wanted to maybe ask you, when do you think Chisme is the juiciest?
When it's unexpected.
Oh my God, yeah.
When I didn't expect it at all.
Yeah.
And then I did
Like,
the
it hits you
famous-
like a fucking slap in
like
the
that.
face.
Like a
Yeah.
telenovela slap.
Yeah. Oh.
Exaggerated.
Uh-huh.
With the gag.
Mm-hmm.
I,
Like someone
I
just
gave
died.
you a couple.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. It's just,
100.
I don't know. It's a beautiful thing. I love not expecting it, but then get it.
I see. Yeah, there's also something really like enticing, or like you're so involved, you're invested
Yeah.
when you just don't expect shit.
Yes. And
You
I'm
know what
like
I mean?
honored to hear, like, you want to tell me?
Yeah, exactly.
Sit, take a seat, have some water. Tell me.
I also think it's quite hilarious when Chisme is like about people that you know, but that doesn't involve you. Like, you know, when you
Yeah.
hear like that one foreign cousin who got pregnant, you hear that one other person who, like, I mean, that's just, I'm not going to say it's funny, Chisme, because it's not, but like, it doesn't involve you, so you're not directly involved. Right. But like, you hear the tea.
Yes.
Did you know that person's going out with so-and-so? He's not good for her. Or she's not good for him. She's that. Like, then it extends to you then seeing the person a couple of weeks later at like a family event, and you're like, I peeped your shit already.
Right, like it's like a little
I know
bit of
what
a
you
warning.
know.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
A little warning sign.
Yeah.
Let me watch out for this one. She's gonna steal my candy.
The other part of me also always thinks that like the best cheese is when it involves not your family, but like your neighbors. I'm saying this really low because you could hear.
Because you have neighbors.
Because I have neighbors.
Is that right, Karen?
But so like our apartment is literally in front of an elevator. So anyone who's having a fucking argument, anyone who's having like something happening, people fall, people trip. Like it's all fucked up. You know, I'm looking through the peephole of the door. I'm just like, yeah, and then I'm putting like my face against the door.
God.
I don't give a shit. If I hear something sus, I'm looking.
Oh, 100%. My bed is right next to a window.
That's right.
My bed is next to a window, and I don't know why at the wee hours
Yes.
of 1 to 3 a.m., I hear them, so you're not going to call me back?
Yo,
And I'm like, she ain't calling you. And man, because I'm on the 6th floor. Wait, fifth floor. And I'm just hearing this, and thank God for apartments, because the echo is just loud.
We
and I
hear-
can hear the entire conversation.
The worst part is that it happens in like hours where there's complete silence.
I know.
You know what I mean?
I thank them. Though.
Every morning outside of this building, there's one kid who screams. Like
oh my God.
like he doesn't want to go to school.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I hear this too.
And it's just like a screeching.
Crazy.
And I'm just like, wow, I hope to never be there. You know what I mean? Like, apartment life is great for the queso. 100%. Love gossip, apartment gossip specifically.
Oh my God, that's so true. It's
I
like
feel like
Disturbia.
I feel like when you live in a house, it's obviously different because it's just you and like maybe one or two neighbors that are next to you.
Right, and if you start hearing noise, it could be one or three things: an animal.
Yeah,
An invader.
I've heard vecinos get like into arguments, the whole nine. So, whatever. But anyway, I think it's particularly hilarious, like especially when you look through the little curtain. You know, I do that shit. I used to do that shit and turn off all the lights and then just look.
With the blinds?
Yes. I don't give a shit. I'm nosy as fuck. It is what it is. I personally love it, but you know.
Oh wait, do you do it from the side? Or you do
Oh,
it from
right in the center.
You do it right in the center. I do it right in from the bottom.
Oh, I don't give a shit. So long as the blinds are closed.
Yes.
Like when people like this street is quite busy, so a lot of people get annoyed when the flow of traffic or like someone is not paying attention to the green light.
Oh, yeah.
You get beeped at, you get cursed out on. Like people are
Common.
animals, for a better word. But then you know there's always that one dude, yo, what the fuck? Like the one guy who's like up the block, but then he notices that no one's moving. So then he has to say something. I'm looking. I want to see people get like crazy. It gets my day going.
No, I get you. And who to watch out for.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. There's a lot of
No,
crazies.
I get it, because I mean, there be kids screaming outside. And for some odd reason, I sleep through that noise. But when it comes to the yelling at 1 a.m., I'm up and early, and I'm that one person that's just like, and I get mad, right? Because normally the conversations or the fights happen while they're walking. Mm-hmm. So when they reach the end of the block, it starts getting muffled. Mm-hmm. And then I get upset because they cross the street. And now I can't hear nothing else. Like, I can't hear the end of the story.
When do you feel like Chisme stops being Chisme?
Depending on the seriousness of who is it about. Mm-hmm. I think that when it comes to that, it
like
needs to
when
be told different.
Right.
Intimate.
I see.
Like immediate family.
Yeah, like your circle or friends, right?
Yeah.
Does it matter if it's friends?
No.
Like if you heard some shit about me.
No, I'll take it serious.
Oh well.
I'll take it serious.
Don't think that I'm not gonna take
your
gossip seriously.
Yeah. The good thing about it is that if I hear something about you, I'll take it, but I'll go to you directly.
Okay.
I heard this ABC.
What's up?
I need to know if this is true or not true. Mm-hmm. So if you let me know this is absolutely false, not true, the next time I see that person or whatever, like, wash your mouth, because that's not correct info. If you're going to say a cheese man, it needs to be factual.
Yeah.
So yes, when it comes to those,
or like a family member, like your grandmother, for instance,
or my mother or my father, or my brothers. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, fam, whatever. I think there's like playful Chisme with family, like, oh, my brother said this,
right?
Whatever.
I know somebody who wet their pants. Yeah, I get those are fun, but like
when it's like top level,
when it's extremely serious, yeah, we're gonna have to take this as a police
We're gonna
matter.
have to take this offline.
Yeah.
Corporate jargon.
Basically.
All right. So tell me about a time where either you've been involved or like, has there ever been like a good juicy Chisme?
Okay. Well, it's not my chisme.
I'm here to listen.
I mean, listen. It's not my chisme. But, and she might be listening, but it was a good one. What can I say? So, I have a friend of mine that she has a really big, large group of friends. Mm-hmm. I have a couple, so they're not really my folks. But anyway, so she's friends with a large group of girls. And I think one of the girls, who she's not as close to, looks like they were planning a proposal for her. Mm-hmm. And so her intimate friends, who's friends with one of my good friends, they pretty much told her, hey, listen, we're all just going to be there. We're just going to we're helping him set up the proposal, and then we just have to bring her there and stuff like that. But we're gonna just say this to get ready for like a dinner or something.
Mm-hmm.
And so she knew about it. So she already knew about the proposal that she was gonna get proposed that night. Now, so when they were telling the girl that was gonna get proposed, we'll just call her Emily. They were telling Emily, just like you're going out. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm not sure what Emily was feeling that day, but Emily was feeling a very comfy, very more like a sweatpants and an oversized shirt type day. And they never said anything.
The group of girls.
The group of girls who were also helping set up with the future fiance. And she was just looking like nothing. And nobody said anything. And my friend was just like, well, I think someone should say something. Because, nobody wants to get proposed in sweatpants, especially if you're going to a really nice area. So my friend went ahead and she went towards Emily and told her, hey, I think you should, dress up a little bit more. You're going out. You don't get to go out often. Why don't you just go out and whatever? Mm-hmm. And then the girl, she's like, all right, cool. So Emily went back and she got herself all dressed up. Very nice and whatever. And so when she came out, ready to go to the place, the original group of friends who were supposedly her intimate friends were very upset the fact that she changed. And they were like, why did you change? And she was just like, oh, no, so-and-so told me, that I should dress up a little bit more, not in comfy clothes. Now, I mean, was it a bad thing? I don't know.
Yeah, why would they get mad?
They would get mad. Well, there could be a couple of things, right? So apparently they went to my good friend. They told her that they were very upset that she even said anything. And that she shouldn't have said anything at all. And if that's how she wanted to go out, let her go out like that. And that she's no longer part of knowing anything and no more.
So she got exiled.
She got exiled.
For not even sharing any. It's not like she shared, hey, bitch, you're going to get proposed to.
Correct.
That's dumb.
But she got exiled.
I'm annoyed
just for even mentioning it.
I'm annoyed. I'm just looking at the camera.
Like, I remember hearing this story and just like that face, that one. Like, I was confused and I was just like, why was upset? So, now they're all mad at her and stuff like that.
They could be mad.
Stay mad. And it's funny because when she was originally telling me this, I was just like this, oh my God.
You're like, I don't get it. You didn't do anything wrong.
No, I just think that in a way, I think the friends wanted to see her look bad on her day getting proposed. And I get it. Sometimes just, and mind you, my friend was not even friends with Emily.
That much.
They're not even that close. But yet again, not for nothing. It's a girls, right?
Yeah.
If I know somebody's getting proposed and you looking like a bag of shit, I'm going to tell you. Girl, go back inside and find something else. Because you look like a hot mess.
Right, especially if you know. Like, if Emily didn't, if your friend's not Emily.
No.
Okay, your friend is nameless. If your friend, let's call her Mel. Okay, if Mel knows the ish, she's really doing her great justice for picture taking, right? You don't ever want to remember your proposal, something that is humongous in a girl's life.
Absolutely.
To just be in like joggers and an oversized shirt and like all my girl gang is there. You know what I mean? I would be so pissed. Eventually.
Extremely.
I'd be like, damn, boo, why couldn't you let me know? Like, help a girl out. I mean, I would be grateful because, like, haha, you knew, but also you knew. You know what I mean? Like, what's up?
Right.
You couldn't, like, I don't know, give me a heads up. Be like, hey, it's pretty important that you don't wear sweats. Wink.
On this day. Especially.
Yeah, especially it's because you know, right? If you have a lot of info, you have to be very strategic about what you say, how you say it, but also obviously not to blow the surprise. But then on the other hand, like I'm not letting you go out like that. That's just not good girl code.
Exactly what it is. Not good girl code. Mm-hmm. So they can stay mad. And, sometimes for doing the right things, you get exiled.
It's almost interesting, right? Because when I think about like the consequences of Chisme, there's consequences to everything. Let me just preface by saying that. But I think specifically when you're involved in gossip or when you hear gossip, there's a lot of things that could go great. And then there's a lot of things that just go left, which is like this situation. And so Mel in question really got exiled for trying to help her friend out. Like, it wasn't like she was even doing anything bad. It was just merely that she was trying to do something good in remembrance of this special event.
Right.
Right? And it almost makes me think of, like, tackling back to this story, what are some of those consequences? Like, what are those good and bad moments? And comment if you've actually gone through this as well. Because I think everyone goes through this to a certain extent. Like, clearly, trust is broken.
Correct.
Right? Trust is the number one factor of all girl code and all gossip code, I think, in general, right? Like, you got to know who you tell your gossip to. You can't just be sharing it to everybody. It's good to share it with people who don't know the person involved because they'll never find out.
Right.
Or you got to really do it with someone who you absolutely trust and you know that they're going to take your shit to the tomb.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
You need to know who your peoples are,
That's
in
true.
other words.
That's true.
And it just shows because even when she did get exiled, she was like, and there were, it's funny because when I heard the story originally, I think I chuckled. And she was just like, no, but like, they're not talking to me anymore. And I was like, oh.
I'm annoyed.
First of all, I found it absolutely ridiculous, this whole situation.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like, well, think of it as a learning curve.
Yeah.
I had to kind of flip the mindset a little bit. In other words, I'm like, well, they have the audacity to tell you for breaking trust. And now that they don't want you to know anything now, well, you know what? At least toodaloo, cheerio. But I'm like, well, you kind of have to flip it in other ways, and then you can come at them. Because you know me, I'm petty. I was like, well...
Always looking for revenge.
But I always kept saying, like, well, what type of people are them for making their friend looking like bad on their special day?
Yeah.
That says something about them.
Yeah. So it's more about their own character if they don't want to help a friend out.
Exactly.
Because then going back to our friend conversation a long time ago, it's just like you build that trust for a reason. And like Mel in this question didn't say, hey, you're going to get proposed to, so dress up.
Right.
So that was number one, a save. And number two, it's just looking out for a homegirl.
Absolutely. Right? On her special day.
On her special day.
Like
the day that happened to me, if that would have been the case, I would have been really pissed after that you didn't fucking let me know.
Exactly, Karen.
You know what I mean?
But I knew the background of the story of what they told you.
Yeah.
So that's how I never said it.
Yeah, my mom skeevishly convinced me to do something.
She succeeded.
Anyway, she's great. Great person.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, you know that, and it's funny, that was actually, I'm like, what are we saying to her? That's one of the first things that came
I didn't
out of
even
her
know
mouth.
that you were there.
I know. Surprise.
Yeah.
But anyway.
That's when you had brown hair. Oh my God. You had a completely, anyway. Sidetrack.
That was not.
Consequences of cheese.
That was not.
No, I actually like that on you. Just completely brown. Like light brown.
I don't mind light brown.
Okay.
I don't mind light brown. But anyway, back to the story.
Anyway, so breaking trust, right? I think on the other hand, also boundaries are placed for sure. Like that's a given. Boundaries are everything, I think, this day and age. And you obviously have to put boundaries for people who merit them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Like this girl, Emily, should not put a boundary on your friend.
Agreed.
She should put a boundary on the other bitches who
I agree.
didn't want to look out for her best interest.
Correct.
You know what I mean? The other part of me also feels like sometimes you know too much. Like that's a very weary place to be because then when you see the actual person that it involves, you're like, you start making judgments, right? If you know way too much info. You could also just be real fucking petty and you judge everybody internally because we all do. Let's get it serious. But when you know too much, I feel like that's also not always a good thing. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, then you become the source.
How do you become the source?
When you know everything.
Oh, I
like,
see.
how do you
Yeah.
know everything?
Mm-hmm.
Either you've witnessed it or you've been a part of it or you're the one creating it.
Yes.
Don't trust bitches.
Yeah, that's true. Or the right ones, right?
The right ones. I think that sometimes you just kind of have to see how people move. I think Chisme is one of those fastest ways to see how people move and how they're easily to grab information and how they project it. Similar
Yeah.
to that story that I just told. Now I know their intentions. Now I know from hearing just that, I know who's a girl's girl and who's not a girl's girl.
Yeah, that's true.
And you start knowing people's characteristic just through the smallest thing, which is, Chisme.
Mm-hmm.
So it can serve as a
A
beauty in disguise
reminder.
and a reminder, because then it shows you who you're messing with.
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time, and I just remember telling Mel, like, honestly, either you chose to be an actual good person than somebody being jealous on the side for having the happy ending.
Yeah.
So, at the end of the day, you're choosing morality over achievement.
Well, it's interesting you said that because that's also what you wanted to touch on, right? Like, what is a relationship between gossip in relationships?
Correct. I feel like at times sometimes the best thing to do is the right thing to do. And if you yourself know that you're yourself not going to live with it, if you don't do it, then do it. If you know it's for the right reasons, right? Like in this case, I absolutely 100% agree with her that she should have told Emily exactly. I didn't, I'm like, who cares how they think? Because it just shows that they don't really care for Em. And they were the wrong people that the now fiance should even partake in future events when it comes to them.
Yeah.
So again, you learn a lot during these small little interactions in a way.
Mm-hmm.
And I told them, no, now you know who to trust and who to don't. Now
Yeah.
you know who's going to look out for you and who's not.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a win-win at the end. But, I feel like you always have to do the right thing. Like, obviously, it comes a little tricky when it comes a little bit serious. Like, let's say a cheating scandal. And able to say something. Yeah, being in the middle. And, for some reason, they always like to kill the messenger. But...
Or like the one who knows a lot always gets pinned as you knew too fucking much.
Correct.
Yeah. Why you know a lot.
I mean, think about it. In that situation, Kay, how would you proceed if it, hopefully nowhere near in the future, but in case something happens like that, how would you, in a way, try to handle that situation?
If I was the one knowing too much?
No, or you finding out something.
Yeah, I mean, I would honestly, one, I tend to not say anything. Like, I tend to internalize it a lot and say it to, like, you, my mom, whatever. But if it had to do with my partner, I'd fuck his shit up. just go straight to the fact that someone told me because someone knows the nature of my relationship. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that.
And no one likes to be in that hot seat, right?
No.
But honestly, the people who tell you, be like, well, how did you know? How involved are you? Why do you know out of anybody else, right? So it's always that middle person. And that's what I mean by you know too much, right? Because that can also get you in trouble in this case.
Yeah.
Because then you start becoming questioned of like, well, why do you know this? Who the fuck told you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or you must have been involved because you know. How long have you known, right? Then you just start getting ultra questions.
Oh, my God, yeah.
Of why didn't I thought we were friends? What the fuck? Like, it becomes this whole thing.
I guess I get that, and I totally understand that. I feel like if I was in that position, I need to investigate before even opening my mouth. I think one of the rules that I even set for myself is that if you ever want to open your mouth and like accuse somebody of that or like somebody's partner, you need to have seen it with your own eyes.
Yeah, but then the impulse in you will always be like, I'm
For
gonna
sure.
bad shit, like key my husband's car,
Absolutely.
or like go fuck him up. I mean, it is what it is.
And I guess it
no,
true.
like no taking back. Fuck that.
No, I know. I just, I'm always skeptical of people's intentions. I feel like I'm always have that like other eyes, like, but why you telling me this?
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess
I feel like it's different than when you have a husband.
Oh, I'm sure.
Like there can't be a closer tie than you having a husband and then someone telling you that your husband is cheating on you. Just fuck it. I'll just go fuck him up. Sorry, Pabs. But you know what I mean? Like there's no investigating happening. If that happens, it's because it clearly happened. Like if someone tells me, hey, blah, no one's going to tell you that out of the blue. So there must be something that's there.
True.
And I may not go and like do anything specifically to him, but I'll check him 100%. Where the fuck were you? What's going on? This and that. Like straight up to him, not even investigate to anybody else. I don't give a
Fuck
shit.
it. Air tag.
Yeah, that's it. Not even air tag. I'll just go and I'll ask him, right? Just because that's the trust level that we have or
That's
had.
true. No, and it should be like that. It should be a trust level.
I think it's just different when you're married. Everything is on the table. So fuck it. No holding back.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Huh.
I'm not going to hold back, right? Just I married you. Jesus.
Right? We've gone through many hurdles.
Yeah.
I get that. I get that. I get that. I get that. Now, when delivering bad news,
Mm-hmm.
I got it either hearing it or delivering it. Does the tone of voice says it all?
I don't like delivering bad news. I try not to, and I avoid it at all costs. Straight up.
What about hearing it?
I'm okay with hearing bad news, surprisingly. And I think it's because I have a generally good demeanor. Like I'm challenged by bad news in that I'm affected. And I just don't explode in feelings. You know what I mean? I kind of take it with a grain of salt and I let it sink in first. Other people that I know will immediately crumble or will, whether it be enjoyment or sadness, right? But generally speaking, bad news, I take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah. I
Right
agree with
away. Me, right? I don't like delivering bad news. I will avoid it at all costs, which is why I never tell you shit and I sort of make you figure it out.
This guessing game.
It's not guessing.
No,
it's
know.
guiding. Because I know, and we spoke about this before, right? Like, for instance, your old relationship, blah, 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 shall remain nameless at this point.
Forever nameless.
My preference was that you shouldn't have been with X person. I was never going to tell you, I think he's that. No. And I had evidence to back it up and all you want. And you knew that.
Yes.
But I would never be the person to deliver that news to you because one, it's going to hurt you. Two, you may have then, you could have probably, and I think you would have, sidetracked and sort of distanced yourself, which is not what I wanted either. So there was a lot of cards in play at the moment, but I guided you that way, right?
Okay.
And I'm like, well, what do you think? Or I noticed that too. How does that make you feel, right? And there are different ways of delivering things. I'm not just gonna be like, now if shit hits the fan and like the situation that you posed earlier about the whole cheating thing, I'll just call you and be like, listen, there's no other way I can say this other than the way that you say that you need to sit down, period. And like, you'll know my tone of voice is very assertive. If not, I'm very playful with my words, right? But when I'm like serious in tone of voice, I have no problem articulating what the ish is. Absolutely none. I just don't like doing it.
I don't blame you.
I hate delivering bad news.
It's valid.
Yeah.
It's valid. I think it's I agree with everything you say. I think, I don't like delivering bad news nor receiving it.
Yeah.
But I think another thing, and maybe because I just have a lot of trust issues, is the way people deliver it to me.
Yeah, tone of voice is everything.
Absolutely. If somebody said, he's cheating, like if you say it to me like that, I'm gonna snuff you. Like I'm not snuffing my husband. But if you're saying to me the way you said it, like, listen, we need to have a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And please don't take this the wrong way. I just need you to know so we can find another course of action.
Mm-hmm.
Then I would 100% understand that you're genuine and you care about my feelings.
I think it also depends on the person. And sorry to interrupt. I think it depends on the person. I feel like you're not going to take the same issue lightly if it comes from me as opposed to if it comes from someone else. You know what I mean? Because we we're at a very different playing field in terms of friendship, and you know that I will always look out for your best interest. I'm not saying that others won't. I just feel like there's a different level of understanding between you and I, where you're not going to call out my shit, but you're going to be like, hey, you need to know this. This is what happened, period. No sugarcoat, no nothing, because you know that it comes from a good place, and I know that you come from a good place. And that's just built on trust.
That's true.
Right?
That goes
But
back.
someone else may not know how to deliver news if they don't know the person fully. If they don't know the receiver, how the receiver is going to respond.
Right.
They're going to be like, I don't know how to tell you this. The other day, here's what happened. And then, like, there's going to be so many clouds, and you're going to be like, I need to know. Tell me now, you know?
Yeah.
When people, like, fidget or when people get really nervous, and it's like, just say it. Just say what you got to say, period. That's, like, the news.
Crazy.
You know what I mean? Sorry, did I just, like...
No, not at all. I think it makes a good point. I think it goes back to also a point that we made earlier, was that when it comes to our intimate peeps,
Yeah.
it's another different level of seriousness. But
Yeah,
I don't know. That's definitely valid, and I completely understand that. You're right. I would take it from you as well as from another person. Not the same.
Yeah.
I think it goes once again. I just have a lot of trust issues. The way people deliver certain things keeps me questioning. Because either you're happy to deliver it or you're not happy to deliver it.
I get that.
Especially a serious note. Now, if you tell me a chisme about J-Lo and Ben, then
J-Lo!
Then I can care less, right? But if you're telling about our circle of friends and you're saying this in a tone of voice of just like, Karen, you don't want to believe what should I heard. No. Especially if it's like that grave or like that bad.
Yeah.
I'm starting to question you.
Yeah.
Right? I question the deliverer. And I guess this is why so many times the messenger's always getting killed.
Yeah. 100.
So, now I get it.
But like, it. Let me not repeat everything that we just said a moment ago, but in reality, it's not even just about the tone of voice. It's about the choice the person makes to tell you. You know what I mean? I know when it's my time to tell you something. I'm not just going to be like, yo, this is what I heard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. I'm going to wait. If I need you to realize something, I'm going to make you realize it before I tell you. Period. And I may guess something that happens, and this is just with you because I happen to know you, but I may guess something that happens, and it does. And you're very much the same way with me. It's all a strategy, right? Because you know the way I'm going to react if you tell me something too ahead of time. Whereas if you tell me, I knew this was going to happen because X, Y, and Z, you're not leaving me any room to like rebuttal.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it's all the strategy of when is the right time, who's the right person. You can't just blurt shit out.
True.
You know
Very
what I
true.
mean? It's just as simple as that.
Chisme, man. Chisme makes you think about, and I know that people think, hey, but I don't gossip. Yeah, okay.
Everybody gossips.
But it's a tool that everyone uses. You just gotta know how to strategically use it for your benefit.
Of course. And like, no one likes to be the one who spills the tea.
Right.
No one likes to be the person who spills the tea, but sometimes it's necessary.
I think it is necessary. I'm not the one. I'm not the one to share it. Like if I hear it, I share it to you. But then there's sometimes I'll be hearing chisme from folks that I don't like, and I use that as ammunition, not towards them. Think of it as like a file cabinet in your brain. You find the name of the person. You write your name on the folder.
You're flushing through catalogs.
You put the chisme in the folder, and then you place it in the file cabinet, and you save that for a later time. Mm-hmm. I've always kind of worked that way. And until the day you want to pop off on me, I just have
about
to
any little thing.
Anything.
I see.
Or if you want to expose or like you want to humiliate me in a way, like it has to be really bad what you want to do towards me for me to now go to that file cabinet and open and get your folder just like a teacher did or a principal did when you get in trouble. That's how I take it. Now, nobody wants me to go into that file cabinet. But again, when I hear certain things, I'll be like, good to know.
Dumped. That's it.
I have it there for the back of my mind. Don't make me use it. Kind of thing. But that's why at the end of the day, like, you know, when it comes to those chisme, that's not the ones that you just go around and stuff.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's another form of protection for yourself.
I think it's good to hold receipts.
Oh, hell.
I'm not one to give receipts. I give people a lot of second chances, and it just, whatever. We all know that does not go well 90% of the time, whatever. Sometimes it does. Most of the time it doesn't. But my friend over here holds a lot of receipts and willing to share it. There's some people who hold receipts and they're just like, oh, I hate this person, that. But then they don't ever use it. Talia uses it. But only when needed. That's Absolutely. The key ingredient. You can't always be like, well, I know X, Y, and Z because you did X, Y, and Z. No. You got to be precise about when you're going to use your ammo. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just be using ammo left and right like it's no one's business.
Absolutely no. If I'm going to use it, trust me, I ain't missing. It's like, it's a fact. I don't like this. Well, un mosquito me dijo.
Yeah, no.
Un pajarito me dijo ahí nomás. No. If I'm going to tell you something, I've done the research and I've factually looked at all the receipts in order for me to deliver it or come at you, because I have to be confident on what I'm saying as well.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's just another form of protection.
I get it. And, you know, all in sum, that gossip is good until it goes bad.
Basically.
That's really what the gist of all of this is. Gossip is great, people. I love gossip. Indulge in it. Live it. Be it, if you will.
It's another
Share
form
it.
of communication.
It's entertainment, communication, messages, whatever you want to call it. There's no real definition for it. But it's just good. It makes you feel good. It makes you feel in the know.
It really is.
Yeah.
It really
But
is.
also be very careful, right? Be very careful with exactly who you share it with, consequences as always. But honestly, just live in the moment. Enjoy the cheese, listen to it, indulge it, and share it as best you can.
Folks. Keep it spinning.
Yeah.
Keep it moving.
I love it. All right. Let's wrap up. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. Please don't forget to join our channels on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube to catch up on the latest episodes. We're going to be back every month with a new episode.
We sure are.
So we hope to see you soon. And I think we're all in good shape.
Yes.
I'm excited. I'm excited for us to be back on the studio. My apartment.
It's a beautiful studio.
Yeah, thanks to everybody who's joined us so far. And also don't forget to follow us on Instagram for latest posts, promo. We're coming different.
To
the
style.
gram. Yeah, we're coming with a new vibe.
Tune in, everybody. Tune in. And thank you again for all your support. We really do appreciate it. And can't wait to deliver more.
Yeah, awesome.
So, and then in spirit of how we do things, cheers to another episode, guys.
Cheers. Cheers, guys.
Bye.
Take care.